Did you know there are over 5 million sheep in the US? These gentle animals have been a part of American landscapes for generations, quietly shaping the countryside as they graze on rolling hills and open fields. Their presence is so common that it's easy to overlook just how important they are, not only to farmers and ranchers, but to the environment itself. For centuries, sheep have given us wool, a remarkable fiber that's kept people warm and clothed through harsh winters and cool nights. Wool is naturally insulating, moisture-wicking, and even fire-resistant, making it one of the most versatile materials humans have ever used. From cozy sweaters to sturdy blankets, wool has been woven into the fabric of our daily lives, connecting us to a tradition that stretches back thousands of years. But today, wool is finding a surprising new purpose, one that goes far beyond clothing. Across the country, conservationists and land managers are turning to wool as an innovative solution for restoring America's rivers and streams. Instead of being discarded or left to gather dust in barns, wool is now being used to heal damaged waterways and bring life back to struggling ecosystems. What makes wool so special for this job? Its unique properties, like its incredible ability to soak up and hold water, its slow decomposition, and its natural nutrients, make it a powerful ally in the fight to restore nature. When placed along eroded stream banks, wool acts like a sponge, absorbing runoff and reducing the force of flowing water. As it slowly breaks down, it releases nutrients that help new plants grow, creating a living barrier that stabilizes the soil and supports wildlife. This effort is a true collaboration. Ranchers who once saw wool as a byproduct with little value are now working side by side with scientists and environmentalists. Together, they're using wool to slow down water, prevent erosion, and give native plants a better chance to take root. These partnerships are not only helping rivers recover, but also building stronger connections between rural communities and conservation groups. In many places, wool had become a forgotten farm product, piling up in barns with no clear use. But now, thanks to creative thinking and a renewed focus on sustainability, this humble material is being transformed into a force for environmental good. By giving new life to old wool, communities are finding ways to support both local economies and the health of their natural surroundings. The story of wool's new role is a powerful reminder that sometimes, the best solutions are hiding in plain sight. By looking to nature and working together, we can find creative ways to heal the land and protect our water for generations to come. Who would have guessed that the secret superpower of sheep could help restore the very rivers that flow through our communities? Wool was once a prized commodity, woven into the very fabric of American life. For generations it was a symbol of prosperity and hard work, with entire communities built around the rhythm of the shearing season. Wool wasn't just a product, it was a way of life, connecting rural families to bustling markets and distant cities. The annual harvest of fleece brought neighbors together, and the sound of sheep in the fields was as familiar as the changing seasons. Supporting rural economies and American families, wool production provided steady work and a sense of pride. Small towns thrived on the back of the wool trade, with local businesses, schools, and even festivals centered around the sheep industry. For many, wool was more than just a paycheck, it was a legacy passed down through generations, shaping the identity of entire regions. But everything changed with the rise of synthetic fibers like polyester and nylon. These new materials promised convenience, affordability, and durability, quickly capturing the attention of manufacturers and consumers alike. As synthetic textiles flooded the market, demand for wool plummeted. Prices crashed, and the once booming wool industry found itself struggling to compete with the relentless march of modern technology. Many ranchers could no longer make a living from wool, and the fleece became a forgotten byproduct. The barns that once bustled with activity grew quiet, and the piles of unsold wool gathered dust. Families who had depended on sheep for their livelihoods faced tough choices. Some left the land while others tried to adapt, but the golden era of wool seemed to be over. Surplus wool piled up, with few buyers and little purpose. Auction houses that once buzzed with excitement now stood empty, and warehouses overflowed with bales that no one wanted. The market collapse left a mountain of unused wool, a stark reminder of how quickly fortunes can change. Yet, as the industry faded, a new generation saw potential, not for clothing but for ecological restoration. Young ranchers, scientists, and environmentalists began to ask, could this forgotten resource help heal the land? They saw wool's unique properties, its ability to retain moisture, filter pollutants, and break down naturally, as a perfect fit for restoring damaged ecosystems. Wool's natural qualities could help solve environmental problems in the West. From stabilizing stream banks to nurturing native plants, wool offered a sustainable solution to some of the region's toughest challenges. Its journey from forgotten byproduct to ecological hero was just beginning. The forgotten fleece was about to get a second chance, one that could transform not just landscapes, but the future of rural communities and the environment they call home. Rivers in the American West are in crisis. Shrinking snowpacks, overuse, and wildfires are pushing them to the brink. Water is diverted for cities and farms, leaving rivers dry and ecosystems stressed. Dams disrupt natural flows, block fish, and trap sediment. Overgrazing and wildfires strip riverbanks of vegetation, causing erosion and muddy, unhealthy water. Floods and rainstorms wash away soil, further degrading the rivers. All these factors combine, leaving western rivers in a desperate fight for survival. The need for creative solutions has never been greater. When rivers are stressed, a chain reaction begins. Reduced flow makes rivers wide, shallow, and warm, deadly for native fish. Dying riverbank plants can't hold soil, leading to erosion and muddy water. Complex habitats vanish, replaced by sterile channels with little life. Floodplains dry out, losing their ability to support wildlife and recharge groundwater. The river becomes isolated, the land barren, and the ecosystem unravels. But reversing this decline is possible, with the right tools. That's where wool comes in. Across the American West, ranchers have long faced a troubling dilemma. Rivers and streams, once vibrant and teeming with life, are now drying up, their banks eroding away. At the same time, sheep ranchers are left with mountains of surplus wool, a byproduct that's often considered waste. But what if these two problems could solve each other? In a remarkable collaboration, ranchers and conservationists have come together to try something innovative, using raw sheep wool as a tool to restore and heal struggling waterways. Inspired by nature's own engineers, the beavers, these teams build imitation beaver dams. They weave thick layers of wool into wooden frameworks, placing them strategically across streams. The wool acts as a natural sponge, slowing the flow of water, trapping sediment, and encouraging the stream to meander and pool, just as a real beaver dam would. This not only helps restore the natural hydrology of the area, but also creates vital habitat for fish, birds, and other wildlife. Along the banks, wool mats are carefully laid over bare, eroded soil. These mats serve multiple purposes. They prevent further erosion by holding the soil in place, absorb and retain precious moisture, and provide a nurturing environment for native plants to take root and thrive. Over time, the wool breaks down, enriching the soil with organic matter and supporting a healthy ecosystem. In areas where water rushes through gullies, wool-filled mesh bags are used to filter out sediment and slow the flow. Meanwhile, wool pellets are mixed directly into the soil, where they act like tiny reservoirs, holding onto water and releasing it slowly to the roots of plants. This helps vegetation survive dry spells and encourages lush green growth, even in challenging conditions. Each of these methods takes advantage of wool's remarkable natural properties, its ability to absorb water, filter particles, and slowly decompose into nutrients. By harnessing these qualities, ranchers and conservationists are turning a waste product into a powerful tool for land restoration. The results are already visible. Streams that once ran dry now flow clear and steady, their banks lined with healthy vegetation. Wildlife is returning, and the landscape is beginning to heal. These simple, low-tech solutions are making a real difference, proving that sometimes the answers to our biggest challenges can be found in the most unexpected places. Wool, once seen as a burden, is now proving to be a surprisingly effective and sustainable tool for environmental restoration. It's a testament to the power of creative thinking and the resilience of both people and nature. In the end, it's clear. Sometimes the best fixes are the simplest, born from the land, shaped by necessity, and guided by ingenuity. Wool's magic lies in its structure. It absorbs water, holds nutrients, and breaks down slowly. Its fibers act like a sponge, soaking up water and releasing it gradually to keep streams flowing. As wool decomposes, it feeds plants with nitrogen and other nutrients. The crimped fibers insulate soil, protect seeds, and trap sediment. Wool biodegrades at just the right pace, supporting new growth and leaving no waste. It's a natural, all-in-one restoration material. Nature designed wool perfectly for this job. Wool isn't the only waste material being used for restoration. Old Christmas trees are placed in gullies to slow water and trap sediment, creating fertile ground for new plants. Coconut fiber or coir is used in logs and mats to stabilize riverbanks and slopes. These biodegradable materials work with nature, not against it. Unlike concrete or rock, they're cheap, effective, and help build living ecosystems. This soft engineering approach is transforming restoration efforts. Imagination is turning everyday waste into tools for healing the land. The wool restoration movement is about more than the environment. It's about people working together. Ranchers, conservationists, scientists, and agencies are joining forces, blending practical knowledge with new techniques. Waste wool becomes a valuable resource, supporting both land health and local economies. Small businesses process wool, local crews install projects, and volunteers pitch in. This collaboration builds trust, creates jobs, and strengthens communities. Everyone, from school kids to retirees, can help restore rivers. It's a model where environmental health and economic prosperity go hand in hand. Together, communities are making a real difference. Placing wool in a stream may seem small, but it's sparking a wave of hope across the West. This simple idea is changing conservation, showing that old materials can solve new problems. As projects succeed, the approach is spreading nationwide and beyond. Nature-based solutions like wool rebuild ecosystems from the ground up. Ranchers and conservationists are now partners in stewardship, creating resilient communities. Each restored riverbank is a step toward a healthier planet. With creativity and collaboration, even humble wool can help bring our rivers and ourselves back to life.